Hello everyone, and welcome to today's practical English lesson. In this session, we'll be revising Units 1 and 2 and focus on key grammar, vocabulary, and speaking practice. By the end of today's lesson, you should be able to revise the main grammar points from Unit 1 and 2, review vocabulary related to possessions, habits, and behavior, and practice speaking using the grammar and vocabulary we cover. Let's begin with Unit 1, Me and Mine. Our main themes are possessions, preferences, and gadgets. We'll revise narrative tenses, verb patterns, and linking words such as except for, apart from, and even. The key grammar focus here is the use of narrative tenses, the past simple, past continuous, and past perfect. In this lesson, we'll learn how to describe our possessions, talk about materials things are made of, and use phrasal verbs for housework like tidy up and put away. Narrative tenses are past simple, past continuous, and past perfect. Remember, we use past continuous for background actions, the past simple for main events, and main events, and the past perfect for actions that happened earlier in time. Now, let's practice this with a short text. Well, read the short story and choose the correct words to complete it. As you read, think about the sequence of events and which tense fits best. For instance, we say, my parents gave it to me after I had learned to walk, because the learning happens before the giving. At the end of the story, reflect on the idiom, the wheel has come full circle. What do you think it means? Pause the video now and take a few minutes to finish the activity. Now, let's check together. 1. Had learned. 2. Taught. 3. Was writing. 4. Happened. 5. Was raining. 6. Didn't get. 7. Had wanted. 8. Hadn't been able. 9. Had to sell. And 10. Watched. Well, the idiom, the wheel has come to full circle, means that life has returned to a point familiar to where it began, like watching your child learning what you once learned. Now, let's move on to verb patterns. When we use the ing form and when to use the to plus infinitive. After prepositions such as about, to, or on, we use the ing form. For example, dream about traveling. Some verbs naturally take the ing form, like I enjoy doing or give up eating. On the other hand, verbs expressing plans or intentions take the infinitive, such as plan to work or decide to go. A good tip to remember is if there is a preposition before the verb, use ing form. If the verb expresses purpose or intention, use to plus infinitive. Now, make sentences about yourself using the words and phrases provided. Be sure to use the correct verb form, either ing or to plus infinitive. This activity will help you personalize the grammar and make it more memorable. Pause the video now and complete the activity. Ready? Let's check some examples together. I have decided to start learning Spanish. I enjoy listening to music while studying. Or I promised to help my friend with her homework. Remember, your own answers can vary, but make sure your verb is correct. Next, let's review three useful expressions, except for, apart from, and even. We use apart from to include or exclude something as an addition or exception. For example, apart from my father, everyone was noisy. We use except for to show exclusion. Everyone came except for Tom. And we use even to emphasize something surprising. Even my grandparents dance. Now, try the short exercise on the slide. Pause the video, write your answers, and then we'll check together. Good. Let's review the answers. I'm the quietest person in my family apart from my father. Everyone in my family dances, even my grandparents who love it. No one in my family knows how to cook apart from my mother. Everyone I know plays video games except for me. Are any of these true for you? Try making one or two personal sentences using these expressions. Now let's move on to vocabulary connected with positions and materials. Read the sentences and choose the correct word in each pair. Pause the video and complete them on your own first. Now let's check together. A beautiful old silver ring which belonged to my grandmother. My favorite pair of denim jeans, they are quite damaged, but I would never throw them away. 3. It's a lovely stone vase that a friend gave me. It's not worth a lot, but it's very special. It's genuine Italian. It's a genuine Italian suitcase made of leather. It belonged to my father. Now, think, do you have any objects you would never throw away? Awesome. In this activity, you will complete the gaps in short story called The House That Jock Built. Choose the correct option A, B, or C to complete each sentence. This exercise will help you revise past tenses, vocabulary, and collocations in context. Read carefully and think about which option makes the sentence grammatically and logically correct. Now pause the video and complete the sentences on your own first. Then press play and we'll check the answers together. Let's move on to Unit 2. No, let's check first. 1B, 2, C, 3, A, 4, B, 5, A, 6, A, 7, C, 8, A, 9, B, 10, C. Now let's move on to Unit 2, which focuses on behavior, habits, and emotions. The grammar points here are present perfect continuous and relative clauses. Vocabulary will include feelings, behavior, and common pet hates. Well, the present perfect continuous describes actions that started in the past and still continuing or have recently stopped with a visible result. We form it with have or has plus been and the ing form of the verb. For example, I have been studying English for 2 years, or she's tired because she has been working all day. Use for to express duration and since to show when the action began. Now, complete each sentence using the correct form of the present perfect continuous. Now, pause the video again and do the exercise first. Now, let's check together. First, but 1. I have been trying some new ideas for recipes. We have been practicing the violin. She has been researching a story about how the government lost the election. 4. They have been talking with some new clients. 5. I have been marking exam papers. Now think, what job could match each of these sentences? For example, the last one could be a teacher. Then write 2 or 3 more sentences this person might say at the end of a busy day. Now, let's look at the relative clauses. This help us give extra information about noun. We use for who for people, which for things, that for people or things, where for places, whose to show possession, and when for time. For example, the teacher who helped me was kind. The city where I live is large. The day when we met was unforgettable. If the clause gives extra non-essential information, use commas. For example, my brother who lives in London is a doctor. Mm, Now let's practice. In this activity, you will practice using relative pronouns. Your task complete each phrase with a correct word from the box. If the sentence still makes sense without it, you can write a dash. Now pause the video and complete the sentences on your own first. Let's check. 1. That or dash. 2. Dash when or that. 3. Dash who or that. 4. To. 5. Whose. 6. Which or that. 7. To. 8. Dash or that. 9. Where. 10. Who or that. In this following task, you need to add vowels to complete the words in useful English phrases. It's one way to review verb plus noun or verb plus preposition collocations. I will give the first example. So there are written goals, and we should fill the first words gaps. So we can add A, I, and E, and make a word achieve. So first is achieve goals. Now you should do yourself and then we'll check together. Let's check. 2. Argue with someone. 3. Avoid arguments. 4. Be someone's fault. 5. Do someone a favor. 6. Feel guilty. 7. Ignore someone. 8. Keep on doing. 9. Make a comment. 10. Manage to do. 11. Set goals. 12. Take up something new. Now, let's do a short speaking activity. Choose one of the topics on the screen and talk about it for 1 minute. Use at least 3 of the vocabulary phrases we have reviewed today. You can change any of these topics. A change you have made in your life that was difficult, things that bother you when you are trying to sleep, or a time when you or someone else was angry. Pause the video now, take your notes, and practice speaking loudly. Now, let's finish the lesson with grammar activity here, grammar and vocabulary. In this activity, we'll complete the text taking the pain out of the wait. It's about how businesses make waiting less stressful. For example, in quiz or at airports, you will see 10 gaps in the text. Each has 3 options, A, B, or C. Choose the correct word to complete each sentence. Pause the video now and do the task yourself. When you finish, play the video again to check your answers. The correct answers are drives, make, hurry, constantly, upset, camping, to arrive, planning, react, and jumping. Well done. This exercise helps you practice vocabulary and collocation collocations, natural word combinations in English. Now, so that brings us to the end of today's revision lesson. We have revised narrative tenses, verb patterns, the present perfect continuous, and relative clauses, as well as vocabulary on possessions and behavior. Thank you for joining this lesson. Please review the materials again and complete the exercise for extra practice. Thank you for watching and see you in our next classes. Goodbye.